بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Recite Surat Kahfi on the day of Jum'ah, and you will get Noor from the samawat to the earth. And remember, Allah says, Allahu Nuru samawati wal ard. So that which binds the samawat with the earth, that which allows you to transit between the two, backward and forward movement between the different worlds of space and time. Einstein would be interested in this. Is light, Noor. Recite Surat Kahfi on the day of Jum'ah, and you will get that Noor from the samawat to the earth. And that Noor will stay with you until the next Jum'ah. And so we do that. I'm sure in Masjid al-Ghufran, I don't have to ask you to raise your hands. We recite Surat al-Kahfi on the day of Jum'ah. Why do we need that Noor? There is a hadith I have to share with you. Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam was asleep at the home of his wife Zainab radiallahu ta'ala anha. This is Medina. And he saw something in his sleep, a vision. And it was so terrible, so terrible, so terrible that he woke up from the sleep with his face red. This can't be normal. Red. And then he uttered the words, Wailun lil Arab min sharrin qad iqtaraba. Woe unto the Arabs because of a great evil which will now come close, which is now approaching. And then he raised his hands like this and made a circle, and he says, today a hole has been made in that radam or the barrier bit by Zulkarnain. Ya'juj and Ma'juj or Gog and Magog are behind. So today the release of Gog and Magog will commence. And that's bad news for the Arabs. So she asked, Yani Zainab radiallahu ta'ala anha, Anuhlika, will we be destroyed? This is not Imran speaking. No, this is a valid translation of what is in the hadith. Anuhlika, will the Arabs be destroyed while there are amongst us those who are righteous? And he replied, he said, Na'am, yes. And then he gave the time and the reason. He said, إِذَا كَثُرَ الْخَبَثِ, when the scum prevail. Who are the scum? Who are the scum? Who are those who are so referred to with such contempt? When these the scum prevail, then the destruction of the Arabs will come. That destruction has not taken place as yet, because that is a destruction connected with Gog and Magog. So it's an end time destruction. It is something still to come. And what we're going through at this moment while I am speaking is that the Arab world is being prepared for that great destruction. Who are the scum? Why are they referred to as the scum? They are the scum because they have eyes and yet cannot see. They have ears and yet cannot hear. They have hearts and yet do not understand. Allah says in the Quran of such people, Ulaika kal-an'am, they're just like cattle. Bal huwa dal, rather they're worse than cattle, they're more misguided than cattle. And these are the people who now rule. These are the people who are now leaders. And these are the people who are therefore misguided and misguiding others, and so the destruction is now certain. What is it that caused them to be a people with eyes and yet cannot see? They don't have Noor. Where does the nur come from? Not in the stock market. No. يَهْدِ اللَّهُ لِنُورِهِ مَن يَشَاءُ. Allah knows in whose hearts there is sincerity. There is that fellow who says, "Oh Allah, everything I give for you, but not my green card. That I can't sacrifice. Not my US passport, because that's my passport to Jannah. I can't do this because if I do this, I know this is right, but if I do this, my business will suffer. If I speak like this, I won't get a visa to travel. If I speak like this, they're going to put me on a no-fly list. If I speak like this, I'll be called a terrorist. I don't want to go down that road." You see? But when you have nur in the heart, Allah will put it there because He can see sincerity in that heart. This is the one who says, "Kul inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen." Ila akhir al-ayah. Verily, my prayer and my service of sacrifice, my very living and my very dying, everything is for you. We recite Surat Kahfi on the day of Jum'ah to get that nur, with which we can see what otherwise cannot be seen.